हेलो एवरीवन, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। आई होप यू ऑल आर गुड। तो आज की क्लास में बेसिकली वी विल बी डूइंग क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम लॉज ऑफ मोशन। लेकिन कल के क्लास में वी विल लेफ्ट विद सम क्वेश्चंस, बेसिकली क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द ग्राफ पोर्शन। सो वी हैव टू क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दिस पोर्शन एंड देन वन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम रिवर बोट प्रॉब्लम। सो फर्स्ट लेट अस सॉल्व दिस थ्री क्वेश्चंस, आफ्टर दैट वी विल मूव फर्दर विद लॉज ऑफ मोशन। ठीक है? सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस। ठीक है, चलो चलो, take your time, do it. I will launch the poll. Okay, that is there. You can answer. Okay, I got one answer. One correct, one incorrect. Okay. Look at the things carefully, ठीक है? ज्यादा सोचने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. You just have to put basic things in your mind. Looking at that, you can answer this question very easily. I will show you that, but before that, you need to try. चलो ठीक है, try कर रहे हो, that's great. Okay. Okay, Puneet. एक बार आप रीचेक करो, क्योंकि दिस इज अ वेलोसिटी टाइम कर्व, राइट? सॉरी, वेलोसिटी वर्सेस हाइट कर्व, एंड विल इट बी स्ट्रेट लाइन और व्हाट? क्योंकि अगर आप देखो तो इफ यू लुक हियर केयरफुली, सो क्या दिख रहा है? वेलोसिटी कैसे चेंज करेगी? दिस इज मोशन अंडर ग्रेविटी, राइट? सो वेलोसिटी एट एनी टाइम विथ डिस्टेंस विल वेरी लाइक दिस. इट विल वेरी लाइक दिस, राइट? सो वेलोसिटी का अगर आप डिस्टेंस के साथ रिलेशन देखो, तो v इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू रूट अंडर s. सो इट कैन नॉट बी स्ट्रेट लाइन. सो डोंट गेट मिस्टेकन, इट कैन नॉट बी दैट ऑप्शन. क्लियर है? ओके, सो फार आई हैव गॉट वन करेक्ट आंसर. ओके, लेट अस डू इट टुगेदर नाउ. सो क्वेश्चन क्या है, पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ लेते हैं. सो क्वेश्चन ये है, देर इज अ बॉल ड्रॉप वर्टिकली फ्रॉम अ हाइट h. सो वी आर ड्रॉपिंग अ बॉल, and from what height we are dropping? There is a ball at height h. So at height h, it hits the ground, so it will come down like this. It will hit the ground definitely, and after that it bounces up vertically to a height h by 2. And maybe there was some friction or something acting, or because of collision must be inelastic, and that is why this ball is not jumping to the original height but to the height h by 2. ठीक है? Neglecting subsequent motion and air resistance, its velocity v versus with height h. तो सबसे पहले तो आप ये कर लो कि जो ऑप्शन बिल्कुल नहीं हो सकता उसको हटा लेते. सो दिस इज ग्राफ ऑफ वेलोसिटी वर्सेस height, right? So velocity versus distance, it has to be like v is directly proportional to root under h. ठीक है? So it cannot be a straight line, it has to be parabolic. So this option cannot be true in any case. Now coming back to, अब आप ध्यान से देखो, when the ball is falling down, जैसे क्या होता है, मैंने कल भी साइन कन्वेंशन बताया था. So I told you, if you are taking one direction as positive, another will be negative. By convention, downward direction is taken as what? It is taken as negative, and upward direction is taken as what? Positive. ठीक है? So when ball is falling down, its velocity is positive. So in down motion, I would say velocity is what? Velocity is negative, and in up motion, velocity is what? It's positive. सो इसके बेसिस पे ना आप दो ग्राफ को कट कट कर सकते हो. जैसे यहाँ पे ध्यान से देखो, ग्राफ नंबर थर्ड को देखो, सी ऑप्शन. सो इफ यू लुक एट सी ऑप्शन, दिस इज लाइक, दिस इज मैक्सिमम हाइट. फ्रॉम हियर it has started dropping down. Velocity is what? Velocity is increasing as the ball will come down, down, more down. Its velocity will increase. And see here, the velocity is positive, right? Throughout, velocity is positive. नाउ व्हेन इट विल गो अप, उसके लिए ये सेकंड वाला छोटा ग्राफ है. सो it start moving from h equal to 0 height, it is going up and up and up, and still velocity is shown as negative, sorry, positive. So it cannot be true. Velocity अगर If it is coming down and then it is negative, then if it is going up, it has to be positive, or vice versa. So velocity will be oppositely directed in case of ball going down and in case of ball going up. So option C and option D both are incorrect. This is also incorrect. This is also incorrect. So you don't need to know much. I mean, just basic things, and you can come to the answer. So correct answer will be what? First one. अगर फर्स्ट वन को आप एक्सप्लेन करना चाहते हो, यू कैन एक्सप्लेन इट. See here, initially ball is here. It means initially ball is at height h. It is coming down, so its velocity is increasing. It is increasing, increasing, and here, when height is zero, that is on the ground, velocity is maximum. After that, the ball is bouncing back, and when it will go up, suddenly velocity का direction reverse हुआ है. So its velocity is this much. That is something positive. Then it will go up, up, up. It will reach up to height h by 2. And here at this point, velocity is what? Zero. Okay? So this explains option 1. Correct option will be 1. So you should know how to cut the options. You should know कि easily कैसे cut कर सकते हैं. इतना complicate करना नहीं है. We have to make things easier. चलो. Now do this question. This is just a calculative thing. I hope you will be able to do it. चलो. डोंट वरी, यू पीपल आर डूइंग ग्रेट. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें 1 मंथ के पहले बहुत रिक्वायर्ड होता है. अभी एग्जाम में 1 महीने बहुत टाइम होता है. बी सीरियस, बी मोर नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, फिगर आउट योर मिस्टेक्स, वर्क अपॉन दैट, attend more number of tests, again do the analysis, invest your time totally in doing such sort of activities. You will catch up. Still there's so much time. If you know basics, you can catch up. No worries. Okay, I got some 6 answers. Out of that, no one is correct. Oh my God. Why at all? Okay, Puneet. Again, it feels wrong. क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग? सही से कैलकुलेट नहीं कर रहे हो, आई गेस. कैलकुलेशन पे थोड़ा कमांड करो यार. थोड़ा ऐसा करो कि सही आए, है ना. देखो, रोज की क्लास को ना प्रैक्टिस क्लास ले लो. कि जाना है, क्वेश्चन करना है, एक्यूरेसी पे ध्यान रखना है. सो ट्रीट इट लाइक अ प्रैक्टिस सेशन. डन है. सो अच्छे से करो, प्यार से करो थोड़ा. चलो ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर. नो वन गॉट इट करेक्ट इन, सॉरी, करेक्ट. एनीवे, यहाँ दिस इज अ वीटी कर्व, राइट. द रेशियो ऑफ डिस्टेंस टू डिस्प्लेसमेंट. यू ऑलरेडी नो वीटी कर्व का एरिया क्या देता है ना. वी जनरली सी 3 कर्व्स. एसटी कर्व, that is displacement time curve, velocity time curve. These two curves are more prominent. Another one is also sometimes acceleration time curve, velocity displacement curve, जो कि हमने पिछले वाले क्वेश्चन में देखा, प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन, राइट. सो दिस आर द प्रोमिनेंट कर्व. अगर आप एस टी कर्व की बात करो, डिस्प्लेसमेंट वर्सेस टाइम, देन इन ऑल कर्व 2 थिंग्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट. वन इज योर स्लोप, अनदर इज एरिया. सो एस टी कर्व का स्लोप हमें क्या देता है? एस टी कर्व का स्लोप हमें वेलोसिटी देता है, और एस टी कर्व का एरिया सिग्निफिकेंट नहीं है. नाउ कमिंग बैक टू वीटी कर्व. सो वीटी कर्व का स्लोप क्या देगा? वीटी कर्व का स्लोप क्या होगा? डीवी बाई डी टी. सो दैट विल गिव यू एक्सेलरेशन. देन एंड वीटी कर्व का एरिया क्या देगा? एरिया वीटी कर्व का क्या होगा? वी डेल्टा टी. दैट इज योर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, बेसिकली चेंज इन डिस्प्लेसमेंट. So that will give you change in displacement. So these 2 things are highly okay. Stephen, any doubt? Anything you want to say? Okay, if you have any doubt, you can text me. So these are the things important. अब यहाँ पे देखो क्या निकालना है. Ratio of distance to displacement in 25 second of motion. So we have to calculate distance versus displacement का ratio. Displacement कैसे निकालेंगे? Area under curve. डिस्टेंस कैसे निकालेंगे? अगेन एरिया अंडर कर्व विथ साइंस नॉट कंसीडर्ड. साइंस मतलब SIGN आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो इफ यू सी हियर, दिस इज द एरिया up to 0 to 25 second. This is area, this is area, this is area. So when you will calculate displacement, you will calculate the area of this whole portion and also of this portion, but this portion will have negative area. Kyunki if you look at here carefully, velocity is negative for this portion, so this displacement is negative, this displacement upper one is positive. So net displacement will be addition with signs consider. ठीक है? When you have to calculate distance, you don't have to consider sign. You have to simply add all the areas. So let's do that thing over here. एरिया निकालो सभी लोग, कितना आएगा एरिया? सही से कंसिडर करो. तुम लोग एरिया निकालने में गलती किए हो तो बहुत बड़ा मिस्टेक किए हो, ठीक है? इट शुड नॉट हैपन नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स. सो पहले ट्रायंगल का एरिया अगर आप निकालोगे तो कितना मिलेगा? हाफ इंटू, वैसे इतना करने की जरूरत नहीं है, डायरेक्टली देख कर बता सकते हो. दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच? दिस इज इक्वल टू 25. ठीक है? एंड दिस इज 10 minus 5, so this is 5, and this height is 10, so that is your 50. And now if you consider this trapezium, so this is half into sum of parallel sides, so this is 20 and this is 10, that is 30, into distance between them, that is your 5. So this will come out to be 75. Now, if you consider this area, so again, this is triangle, and this is 5, and this is 20. So half into 20 into 5. So that will give you how much? 50. And if you consider this area, this is base is 5 again, and the height is 20. So this is minus 50. So if you have to calculate displacement, अगर आप displacement निकाल रहे हो, तो proper sign के साथ add करो. So plus 50 minus 50 cancel out हो गया, ठीक है? 75 plus 25 is 100 and this is 50, so this is 150. अगर आपको distance निकालना है, तो distance कितना होगा? This was 150, this total is 100, क्योंकि sin modulus लेना है, ठीक है? So इसका mod ले लो, this is 100, this is 150, so this is 250. Now, if you calculate distance by displacement, this is 250 by, uh, okay, so this is 250 by how much? 150, right? So if you will cancel it out, this will become 5 by 3. So this is going to be your correct answer. That is option D. Chalo, next question, and this is the last question of previous left portion. Please do it fast so that we can move ahead with next topic. And this question is very easy. I have already given you I discussed it yesterday. So do it fast. Let's revise it जो हमने कल पढ़ा है ना. Okay. Okay, I got 5 answers, but none is correct. Two correct answers I received. Yes, Puneet. Uh, yes, that is correct. Very good. That's great. Others, please, everyone can share their answers. You're getting it wrong, it's not your problem. I mean, it happens. You just have to improve upon your correctness, upon your accuracy. Okay? That should be your target. So, I should do it now. So, let's do it together. Okay? I've already given you 1.5 minutes. So, more than that, I'm not going to give from now onward. क्योंकि एग्जाम को ध्यान में रखना है ना हमें. So, we cannot just waste our time. Maya, ओके, तुमने थोड़ा सा पढ़ने में दिक्कत किया है. यस मौलिका, दिस इज इन यूट्यूब. अवंती लाइव वन इज द चैनल, एंड प्लेलिस्ट इज योर नीट रिटेंशन 2024-25. दीपू, यस, वेरी गुड. माया, तुम रीड करने में गलती कर रही हो। लेट्स डू इट, आई विल शो यू दिस। तुमने कैलकुलेट सही किया है मेरे हिसाब से, रीड करने में गलती कर रही हो, सो थोड़ा सा एब्सेंट माइंडेड हो रही हो यहाँ पे, सही से पढ़ो। द स्पीड ऑफ अ स्विमर इन स्टील वाटर इज दिस। ठीक है, सो स्टील वाटर में स्पीड ये है। स्टील वाटर कहने का मतलब वेलोसिटी ऑफ स्विमर विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द रिवर। सो दिस इज स्टील वाटर वेलोसिटी कॉन्सेप्ट। Okay, what's your name first? Let me know. So this is this. The speed of river water is 10 meter per second, and the speed of river water is how much? 10 meter per second. This is how much? 20 meter per second. And river is flowing due east. So नदी किधर फ्लो कर रही है? ध्यान से सभी लोग सुनना प्लीज। ईस्ट की तरफ फ्लो कर रही है, ठीक है, this way. So this is the velocity of river in this sense, 10 meter per second. Now, if he is standing on the south bank, so he is standing somewhere here and wishes to cross the river along the shortest path. Shortest path में जाना है, shortest time नहीं. So shortest path के लिए उसकी net velocity should be in the vertical direction. और इसके लिए जरूरी है कि वो vertical direction में खुद के velocity को direct ना करे. He should make some angle. So let's say he is making angle theta with the north, and it is this, right? So velocity कितना है इसका? 20 है. So component of velocity of person in the direction of river is what? Is how much? 20 cos theta, opposite to the direction of river. ठीक है, so इस direction में velocity कितनी हो गई? 20 sin theta, sorry, this is sin theta. So 20 sin theta is the velocity of person directed oppositely to the river. And this should be equal to 10. ये 10 के बराबर होगा तभी possible है. This person will have net velocity in the vertical direction, and then it will simply reach here because it has no other velocity. In whatever direction it has velocity, in that direction it will travel. Done it? So for that, for net velocity to be in vertical direction, this 20 sine theta has to be equal to how much? 10 meter per second. So theta कितना आ गया तुम्हारा? Sine inverse half, and that is sorry, and that is equal to how much? 30 डिग्री. So देखो यहाँ पे थीटा है 30 डिग्री, और क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा है? अगर तुम लोग क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़ो तो क्वेश्चन में पूछा है द एंगल एट विच ही शुड मेक हिज स्ट्रोक विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू नॉर्थ. नॉर्थ से पूछा था, ठीक है, सो नॉर्थ से वो कितना लगाएगा स्ट्रोक? 30 डिग्री. और ये वेस्ट डायरेक्शन में है ना? जो भी तुम्हारा सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में है वो किधर है? नॉर्थ वेस्ट डायरेक्शन में है ना? फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में नॉर्थ ईस्ट, थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट तुम्हारा क्या हो जाता है? साउथ वेस्ट, एंड फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट तुम्हारा क्या होता है? साउथ ईस्ट. सो ये वाला कॉर्नर जो भी है वो वेस्ट है, और हमसे पूछा था एंगल नॉर्थ से, सो नॉर्थ से इज 30 डिग्री. जिसने भी मुझे बोला 60 डिग्री वेस्ट, वो गलत नहीं बोला, है ये 60 डिग्री वेस्ट. लेकिन ऑप्शन में हमें वो नहीं बताना. इन ऑप्शन वी हैव टू टेल एंगल इट इज मेकिंग विथ द नॉर्थ. सो विथ द नॉर्थ हाउ मच इट इज मेकिंग? 30 डिग्री वेस्ट. समझ रहे हो मेरे बात का मतलब? तुम लोग इसलिए कंफ्यूज हो गए कि 30 डिग्री वेस्ट कैसे होगा, 60 डिग्री वेस्ट है ना? यस, 60 डिग्री वेस्ट है, बट इन द क्वेश्चन यू आर आस्क्ड नॉर्थ से कितना वेस्ट. सो नॉर्थ से 30 डिग्री है और वेस्ट में है. डन है. सो 30 डिग्री वेस्ट तुम्हें टिक करना पड़ेगा. ऑप्शन विल बी वोट 1. सो जिन लोगों ने थर्ड ऑप्शन दिया उन लोगों ने करेक्ट करेक्ट कैलकुलेट किया, बट दे गॉट इट रॉन्ग. सो यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल. किसी को डाउट था प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में? क्या डाउट हो रहा है? एरिया अंडर कर्व निकालना है यहाँ पे. देखो, इस क्वेश्चन में क्या होता है ना, जैसे वीटी कर्व है, वीटी कर्व का एरिया हमें चेंज इन डिस्प्लेसमेंट देता है. इनिशियल डिस्प्लेसमेंट 0 है, 25 सेकेंड तक डिस्प्लेसमेंट पूछा है, तो 25 सेकेंड तक ग्राफ का एरिया क्या है? 0 से 5 सेकेंड तक ग्राफ का एरिया ये है, 5 से 10 तक ये है, 10 से 15 ये है, 15 से 20 ये है, 20 से 25 ये है. यानी कि टोटल एरिया तुम्हारा क्या हुआ? ये पूरा रेडेड पोर्शन, राइट? सो जब तुम्हें डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकालना है तो तुम क्या करोगे? सपोज कर लो 10 से 5 के बीच में एरिया का वैल्यू A1 है, 5 से 10 में A2 है, 10 से 15 में A3 है, 15 से 20 में A4 है, और 20 से 25 में A5 है. सो व्हेन यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट डिस्प्लेसमेंट, टेक द एरिया विथ प्रॉपर नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव साइन. सो जो भी एक्स एक्सिस के ऊपर है उसका लेंथ और ब्रेथ, टाइम हमेशा पॉजिटिव होता है, सो टाइम इज पॉजिटिव, एंड फॉर अपर पोर्शन वेलोसिटी इज ऑल्सो पॉजिटिव. सो A1 इज पॉजिटिव, A2 इज पॉजिटिव, A3 इज पॉजिटिव, A4 इज पॉजिटिव, बट लुक एट हियर A5 इज नेगेटिव. सो यहाँ पे आप क्या लिखोगे, -A5. ठीक है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट. अगर आपको डिस्टेंस निकालना है ना, सो फॉर डिस्टेंस व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू टेक द मॉड्यूलस ऑफ ऑल द एरियाज. सो सिंपली A1 प्लस A2 प्लस A3 प्लस A4 प्लस मॉड्यूलस ऑफ -A5. सो बेसिकली दैट इज प्लस A5, राइट? सो डिस्टेंस ऐसे निकालते हैं, डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऐसे निकालते हैं, हमें इसका रेशियो लेना था, सो दैट आई डिड. आई होप इट इज करेक्ट. I mean, I hope you got it. So for now, let me share the another slide. Okay, just give me some one 30 seconds. So okay, no, this is the same one. Just give me 1 minute. ठीक है, इन द मीन टाइम किसी के पास डाउट है तो बोलो. एनीवन? चलो, सो लॉज ऑफ मोशन में हमें क्या क्या पढ़ना होगा. लॉज ऑफ मोशन में बेसिक चीज ये होता है कि तुम्हें फोर्सेस का आइडिया होना चाहिए. फोर्स को हम कैसे लगाएंगे, फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम कैसे लिखेंगे, न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ को कैसे अप्लाई करेंगे. ठीक है, सो इस सेक्शन में हम वही सारी चीजें प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस पोर्शन. डिफरेंट फोर्सेस, पहले हमें ये रिवाइज करना है कैसे कैसे लगते हैं सारे फोर्सेस, न्यूटन का लॉज. एंड मोशन इन अ वर्टिकल सर्कल से काफी क्वेश्चंस आए, आते रहते. सो लेट्स सी इट नाउ. सबसे पहला जो हर जगह फोर्स दिखता है, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स. तो तुम्हें पता है ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स अगर m मास का है बॉडी, तो उस पर डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में हमेशा लगता है mg. नो फर्दर एक्सप्लेनेशन रिक्वायर्ड. नॉर्मल रिएक्शन क्या होता है, सबसे पहले नॉर्मल रिएक्शन लगने के लिए बॉडी को किसी भी अदर सरफेस से या अदर बॉडी के सरफेस से कांटेक्ट में होना चाहिए. सो दिस इज द कांटेक्ट फोर्स. सो अगर यहाँ पे एक बॉडी है जो कि सरफेस पे बैठा हुआ है, तो वो अपने वेट के इक्विवेलेंट उस सरफेस को प्रेस कर रहा है डाउनवर्ड, तो ये सरफेस भी इसको अपवर्ड पुश करेगी. ठीक है, एंड दैट इज बेसिकली कॉल्ड नॉर्मल रिएक्शन, क्योंकि दिस इज अ रिएक्शन फोर्स. हमने सरफेस को प्रेस किया, सो न्यूटन के थर्ड लॉ के अकॉर्डिंग सरफेस ने हमें ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में पुश किया. सो दैट इज योर नॉर्मल रिएक्शन. ये हमेशा कॉन्टैक्ट सरफेस से परपेंडिकुलर लगता है, हमेशा याद रखना. नॉर्मल रिएक्शन किधर लगता है, जिस भी सरफेस से कॉन्टैक्ट में है उस सरफेस के हमेशा परपेंडिकुलर लगता है. ठीक है, दिस इज दिस. उसके बाद टेंशन है. टेंशन कब लगता है, जब स्ट्रिंग होता है, स्ट्रिंग से बॉडी अटैच्ड होता है. लेट्स नॉट ड्रॉ इट लाइक दिस, क्योंकि ऐसे तुम्हें लगेगा मैं स्प्रिंग बना रही हूँ. ओके, लेट्स टेक अ स्ट्रिंग लाइक रोप जैसा चीज. सो दिस इज अ रोप, दिस इज अ बॉडी. अब किसी भी रोप से अगर तुमने बॉडी को हैंग किया, वो बॉडी उस रोप को खींच रही है. दिस रोप विल ऑल्सो अप्लाई सर्टेन सॉर्ट ऑफ फोर्स, दैट इज कॉल्ड टेंशन फोर्स. और हमेशा याद रखना, टेंशन ऑलवेज एक्ट्स अवे फ्रॉम द बॉडी. सो यहाँ पे बॉडी ए है, इस पे टेंशन किधर लगेगा, इससे अवे, अलोंग द स्ट्रिंग. ठीक है, सो okay, I will keep this in mind. I will use more English. Okay, no problem. So in this case, what will happen when a body is hanged with a rope? What will happen? This rope will exert tension force. Tension force always acts away from the body. On body A, tension will act away along the direction of rope. So tension will act like this. So tension always acts away from the body along the string length. This you have to remember. Friction force, you already know, it opposes relative motion. So if there is a surface at rest and there is a block on it, and if it is trying to move in the east direction, friction will act in the west direction. It is as simple as this. So what is the value of friction? Friction value is written as mu into normal reaction. This mu can be mu s, this mu can be mu k. Mu s is what? This is a coefficient of static friction when body is in rest. Then also friction will act if you are trying to uh, move it, or if you're trying to bring it into motion, then also friction force will act, right? And then to the long bodies in rest, and if friction is acting, then we will use mu s. And if body is in motion and then friction is acting, then you will use what? Mu k. And mathematically, mu k is less than what? Mu s. Sorry, मैंने greater कर दिया. It has to be less. ठीक है? Done है? Maximum friction का value is how much? That is mu s into n. So this thing you already know. What is the spring force? When a body is attached with a spring, and if you're disturbing the body, spring will apply a force. A spring force is written as minus kx. Minus sign indicates what? It will always act opposite to the direction of displacement. So this is also called a restoring force. There are some little things that you need to remember. This is a spring constant. This is k. This talks about how hard is the spring. It has also to do something with the length of a spring. Suppose there is a spring of length L and it has a spring constant K. Now what you are doing, you are cutting the spring into two portions of length L by 2 and L by 2. Then its spring constant will change and its spring constant will what? It will increase. So it will become 2K. 2K. When you are doubling the length, a spring constant will become half. So spring constant is inversely proportional to length. This thing you should remember. And next thing that you should remember in a spring case is combination of a spring. When you are attaching body like this with a spring, you have taken two spring here, K1 and K2. So you can see here end-to-end connection is there. This is spring in series. And when you add a spring in series, K equivalent we write as parallel. So this will become 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. And when a spring is in parallel, suppose the body is attached like this is K1, this is K2, and there is a body like this. So these two springs are in parallel. Whenever a string is connected end to end, that is in series. When not, it's in parallel. But in the class, I have taught you how to identify it. I have told you when tension is same throughout, a spring is in series, and when displacement is same, a spring is in what? Parallel. So here it is in parallel. I cannot go deep into that concept. You can refer to my video, like I have taught it. I mean, if you have followed my class, you must be aware of this thing. So parallel में हम combine कैसे करते हैं? Here the combination will look like series K1 plus K2. So this is the thing you should remember in spring. ठीक है? Motion in a vertical circle. This is a very famous thing happening. I mean, in physics, we get a lot of questions revolving around this concept. So if there is a string and there is a bob or mass, any body attached with the string, and if we give it certain velocity v at the bottom, then it, and we are letting it move in a circle, vertical circle, then there is certain conditions for which it will complete the circle. Because if you're not giving it enough velocity, maybe it will go up to here and then it will fall down. So there is certain conditions for which it will complete the circle. So minimum velocity given at the bottom for which it will complete the circle is root under 5gr. And what is the condition for it? Minimum velocity ke liye condition is that at the top point of the vertical circle, tension in the string is just equal to 0. Done. So velocity is not 0. Because of momentum, it is able to cross it. Even if tension is 0, it has certain velocity. What is velocity in that case here? Root under gr. So in that case, it will just jump to the left. I mean, it will complete the vertical circle. Because if it is able to cross the top position, then gravity will pull it down. No issue. Only issue is you have to take it from 1 to 2. And at 2, it should have momentum, certain value of momentum, so that it can jump towards left. So minimum velocity at the bottom is root under 5gr, and for that velocity at the top is root under gr. And for this minimum velocity case, tension at the top end is in the string is what? 0. ठीक है? यहाँ पे हम इक्वेशन लिखते कैसे हैं? If I talk about equation writing, then simple. Free body diagram बनाओगे. So if I write equation at point 1, then you will write like since this body is attached with a string, tension will act away from the body, so away. Gravitational force always downward, mg. And if at bottom velocity is, let's say, v1, then since it is moving in a circle, on this body, centripetal force is acting. So here, net force towards the center is how much? Tension is acting towards the center. Mg is acting away from the center. Net force towards the center is T minus mg. And this net force towards the center should be equal to mv1 square by r. So this way you can write it here. At any position you can write. Suppose here you have to write the FBD. So let's say here velocity is v2. Done it? So mg always acts downward. So it is acting downward. Tension always acts away from the body. Okay? Exactly. Tension always acts what? Away from the body. So this is this. Now you have to look at this thing like it is moving in a circle. So net force acting towards the center you have to check. Okay? Ye mg tha. Now mg will have a component towards the center. If this angle is theta, then which angle will be theta? If this is theta, then this angle will be what? Theta. So mg cos theta is acting towards the center. Am I right? Yes. And mg sin theta will act perpendicular to the trajectory. So net force acting towards the center is how much? T plus mg cos theta. And this will be equal to mv2 square by r. Why I'm showing you this? Because if question is little bit different, you should know how to write the FBD and how to solve the question. Done it? So इस portion को ऐसे देख लो. And if you're not able to get properly, then you should refer to notes. ठीक है? वहां पे जाओ and once more you revise this topic. If you're not that much clear with this thing, then otherwise I have told you the basic. Now let's start with this question. Questions are very easy, I would say, very easy. So let's do it. Don't worry, अगर time बचेगा, then I will do that vertical circle thing if you're not able to get it. You can let me know in the chat section. Whatever you want, I can help you with. So let me know that. Okay, I got one correct answer, one wrong answer. Okay. Do it, everyone. Okay, Punit, yes, you're getting it right. Very good. Yes, so far only one correct answer I received. Others are getting it wrong. Why? It's a very simple question. Please do practice a lot of question. Please do it. Okay, only 8 of you has answered it. सारे लोग answer करो please. There are 48 students in the classroom. I deserve more answers, right? Okay. Jyotika. Okay, there is some mistake, I guess. You need to recheck. Okay, let's do it together now. So what is the question over here? There is a box of mass 5 kg. Okay, no problem if you're getting it wrong. No problem. Oppo something. Please change your name, yaar, please. It's a request. That option is not correct. But anyway, let's check it now. So there is a box of mass 5 kg and that is getting pulled by a cord, that is a string, up along a frictionless plane inclined at 30 degrees. So this inclination is 30 degrees. There is a box. It is getting pulled up with the help of a string. Okay? The tension in the cord is 30 Newton. So tension force acting always away from the body, that is given as 30 Newton. The acceleration of the box is. So there is a box, right? There is a string over here. And this string is pulling the box up. Let's say that. So what will be the acceleration? So before you calculate acceleration, just see in which direction acceleration will happen. In this direction? Because along the plane it is moving. So along the plane acceleration will be there. So along the plane, you just look for the forces. One force acting up the plane is tension. What more forces will act on this body? One will be mg in the downward direction and normal reaction perpendicular to the plane. So since normal is perpendicular to the plane, it will have no component along the plane because this is making 90-degree angle. Now, if we talk about mg will have component one. Let's break it. So फोर्स को हम ब्रेक कब करते हैं एंड इन विच डायरेक्शन वी ब्रेक इट. सो फर्स्ट यू चेक मोशन इज अलोंग विच डायरेक्शन. So motion is along this direction. So one direction is this. Let's say this is x-axis, and another direction will be perpendicular to it. So this is perpendicular. Done. So this is y-axis. So basically, जो भी force is not along x-axis and y-axis, you have to break it. Tension is along the x-axis, no need to break it. Normal reaction is along the y-axis, no need to break it. Mg is not aligned in these two directions, you need to break it. So Mg will have a component in the downward direction, that is your Mg sine theta, that is sine 30, why sine? Because this angle will be 30 degree. है ना? Angle between this line and this line is 30, then angle between their perpendiculars will be 30. So this is 30, right? And the mg will have one component in the downward sense along y-axis, negative y-axis, mg cos theta. We have to calculate acceleration, so we need to deal with forces acting along the x direction. Since this block is moving up, tension has to be greater than mg sine theta. So net force will be tension minus mg sine theta, and net force is this along positive x direction. This is equal to mass into acceleration. So tension here is 30. mg. M is how much? 5. G is how much? 10. Theta is 30 degrees. So this is half. And M again 5A. So if you calculate it, how much value you are getting? 5 is equal to 5A. So A is equal to 1. Since there is no friction here, no friction is mentioned, right? So हमें friction निकालने की जरूरत नहीं. Then, and if you look at this diagram, then normal reaction will be equal to mg cos theta. Because in the y direction, there is no motion. So along y direction, body is in rest. So upward force has to be equal to downward. That is n is equal to mg cos theta. And if friction was there, friction we would have written like mu n. That is mu mg cos theta. And if body is going up, then friction would have acted in this sense. That is in downward sense. Okay? So this is how we solve the question. Now do this question and let me know. Yes, what's your doubt? Promta Dole, whatever is your name. If it is correct, then it's fine. You have any doubt? The question is very easy. ठीक है? इसलिए कहती हूँ जब रेगुलर क्लासेस चलती है ना, प्लीज अटेंड क्लास. I request each one of you. Nobody listens. Nobody. That's the pain, you know. Because for NEET getting, I mean, you can easily solve 40 or 41 number of questions in physics. It's that easy. Because concepts are not that tough. That's the reason. Okay, so far I got 3 correct answers, overall 10 answers. Where are others? Everyone should participate. I will just tell to you one thing. Please tell your juniors to be attentive in classes. Hannah, you people can affect them a lot. You people can motivate them. You can guide them. You're in position now. So you should tell them. Okay, Puneet. Uh, but no, that won't be coming. Jyotika, everyone getting the same? No, that won't be correct. I am curious where you're getting it wrong. Let's do it together. ठीक है? कोई नहीं. Let's learn it now. So यहाँ अगर आप ध्यान से देखो ना, how to solve it very easily. There is a horizontal force 10 Newton, and this is applied to a block as shown in the figure. The mass of blocks A and B are given. The block slides over a frictionless surface. There is no friction. Question made more easier, right? When there is no friction, no need to write extra forces. Done it? Yes, Punit. That's correct now. So this is this, the force exerted by block A on block B. See, there is one favorite thing for me in physics that is called system. Which thing we call system? Whatever is moving together. It means if I'm sitting on a train is moving with 70 kilometer per hour, my speed is also then 70 kilometer per hour. We both are a system, train and me, train and passengers. They are system. Here block A and block B, since they are in contact. जैसे देखो अगर A है और B है, let's say A is you, B is your friend. Both are standing, I mean, side by side, such that you are in contact. Now, if B started moving with 10 meter per second and you started moving with 5 meter per second, then definitely you will no longer stay in contact. है ना? तुम पीछे रह जाओगे, B आगे चला जाएगा. So there will be separation, no contact. Since A and B are always in contact, they are constituting a system. It means they will have a same acceleration, same velocity at each instant of. So this is a system. System has a mass of 5 kg, and on this system, 10 Newton force is acting. So acceleration of the system will be how much? Net force acting on the system, mg will act downward, and normal reaction will act upward. But vertical direction से हमारा कोई मतलब नहीं है, because in that direction we don't have to see. I mean, in that direction it's not moving. Yes, that's correct. Pronta, it's correct. So this is this. Now acceleration in horizontal sense, only force acting is 10 square. You have to calculate what? You have to calculate force between A and B. Now break into the system. System के अंदर आ जाओ अब आप. Kg. Direction. So F has to be equal to mass into acceleration. So F has to be equal to what? It has to be equal to mass is 3 kg and this is 2. So this has to be equal to 6 Newton. Correct answer will be what? C. This is your 6 Newton. Now do this question. Let me know. Okay, that's great. I got one correct answer. Two answers I got. Everyone should participate. Please, everyone, come forward and let me know what you're getting. I mean, whatever is moving in a circle, whatever. Suppose कर लो, this is the body, it is moving in a circle. So at this point, centripetal acceleration is this. At this point, centripetal acceleration is this, right? So centripetal acceleration is acting towards the center in radial direction. And radial direction is changing as the body is traversing the whole length, right? So it's changing. क्या होगा अभी आंसर बताओ. Okay, 6 correct answers I got. That's great. So what will be the answer? Answer should be fourth one. Fourth one, shouldn't it be? Yes, Siva. Yes, Maleshwari. Correct. So it will be force one because when a body is moving, its velocity is definitely changing its direction. Here the velocity is in this sense, here the velocity is in this sense. So velocity is variable, acceleration is also variable. So correct answer will be fourth one. No matter it is what sort of motion, uniform or non-uniform, even if it is uniform, since it is traversing a circular trajectory, its velocity direction is changing. Magnitude is same because it's uniform speed se move kar raha hai. And acceleration will keep on changing because acceleration is radial. Radial direction is changing. Now do this. This also came in NEET only. So this is of NEET 2022, I guess. So all questions are recent one, last 4 years. Okay, if I lost the code, no, I didn't write. Sorry. I will do it now. Okay. Yes. Puneet, yes, correct. Jyotika, that's not correct again. Calculation में तुम लोग mistake कर रहे हो यार. I mean, you need to be more careful now. Only 3 correct answers I received so far. Okay. Should we do it together now? Okay, let's do it. So what is the question saying? There is a block of mass 2 kg and this is placed on inclined rough surface AC. The coefficient of friction is mu. Mu value is given 1 by root 3. G is 10. Net force on the block. So block पे net force निकालना है. ज्योतिका नहीं. Let's see where you're getting it wrong. So इस block का अगर आप FBD लिखोगे, what forces you will apply? Since it is in contact with the inclined plane, normal reaction perpendicular to the inclination, that is perpendicular to AC. So this is acting in this sense. Mg always acts vertically downward. So this is your Mg. And what else is there? Friction. So this block will have tendency to slide downward because of gravity. Friction will act in the upward direction. ठीक है? Now I have told you force को resolve कैसे करना है. In which direction you need to resolve the force. So just look at in which direction body is moving. If it is in rest, then look at in which direction it has tendency to move. So it has tendency to move along AC. So one direction is definitely AC. So let's say this is the x-axis. So another direction will become perpendicular to the x-axis, that is this. So this is, let's say this is y-axis. Okay. So whichever force is not along this x and y-axis, you need to break that. So N is directed towards y-axis, F is directed towards x-axis, mg is not aligned. So let's see, this is 30 degree, right? So mg will have component negative y direction में mg cos theta, and it will have component downward direction along the plane, that is mg sin theta. Done it? Since this block is not moving in vertically upward or downward direction, I mean not moving perpendicular to the plane, N has to be equal to friction. Sorry, not friction. N has to be equal to mg cos theta. I'm really sorry. Friction, no. N has to be equal to what? Mg cos theta. Now, if we talk about motion along the x-axis, we don't know if it is moving or not. So we need to check what is the magnitude of mg sin theta, what is the magnitude of f. So friction ka magnitude will be how much? Mu n. So mu ka value is 1 by root 3. N is mg cos theta. M is 2. G is 10, 20. Cos theta, that is 30. So root 3 by 2. So this is equal to 10. Friction is 10. What is mg sin theta? So if you calculate mg sin theta, this will become how much? Mg, that is 20, sin theta, that is half. So this is also 10. Yani ki 10 Newton force is acting in upward, 10 Newton force is acting downward along the plane, right? So they will get cancelled out. So there will be zero force acting on this block. So correct answer will be B. Am I able to explain it? So many of you got it wrong. So I'm really interested in your take on this explanation, if you got it or not. Everyone got it? If yes, we will do more questions. Okay? Jyotika, you got it? Shiva, Maleshwari, those who have been active in chat box. Pronta, Puneet, you gave me right answer. Yes. Everyone got it? Okay, Jyotika, Maleshwari. Okay, chalo. Let's move forward. So this is the next question. Do it, please. Okay, Kushal. अच्छा शिवा, साइन इन रिवर्स ले लिए तुम. ओके, these small things we have to improve upon, है ना? So क्वेश्चन करना इसलिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, so that you can understand where you do more mistakes. This is a very important point. So you realized it. That's great. Because now onward you won't do such sort of mistake. So that's great. Kushal, okay, thank you. Chalo, take your time. I will launch the poll after 30 seconds. Okay, Naveen. Okay, ठीक है. In the last moment, I will explain it. Naveen, can you text me which part you are not able to understand, so that I can discuss that as specific person. Okay, Jyotika, that's great. Others, please. Everyone, come on. So, 3 of you got it. Okay, I didn't launch the poll actually. So now I'm doing it. Everyone can put in your answers over here. It's there. Okay. Okay. 3 correct, 3 incorrect. 50% accuracy rate of the class so far. Okay, more people are accurate. That's great. Still more. That is nice. Yes, Punit, that's correct. Chalo, theek hai. So this question is actually very much easy. I will explain it to you. सो क्वेश्चन क्या है, कैलकुलेट द मैक्सिमम एक्सेलरेशन ऑफ ए मूविंग कार सो दैट ए बॉडी लाइंग ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ कार रिमेन्स स्टेशनरी। सो यहाँ पे एक ब्लॉक है, ठीक है, और ये कार मूव कर रहा है फॉरवर्ड सर्टेन एक्सेलरेशन से, लेट्स से ए एक्सेलरेशन से। यू हैव टू body keep this body in rest. How it will stay in rest? Suppose you are this person inside the car. So what will not let you move or lunge forward? How you will be in rest? Only this is the question. So अगर आप ध्यान से देखो ना, ये जो block है which is inside the car, since car has acceleration a forward, this block has also acceleration a forward. Then only it will be in rest, because if two body are there and they are in rest with respect to each other, जैसे यहाँ पे देखो ध्यान से, let me explain you in more different way. Let's say there is a person standing over here and he or she sees that this block is in rest. Then I mean if he or she is able to see that this is in rest, it means what? Yes, Siva. इसका मतलब सिंपल है कि this person is finding its acceleration same as a, because this person is moving forward with a acceleration because he is inside the car and he is seeing that this block is in rest. It means he is seeing that this block also has acceleration a. So if it has acceleration a in the forward direction, then there must be some force which is responsible for this acceleration. So on this block, forces acting are what? Mg in the downward direction, normal reaction in the upward direction. This cannot contribute in acceleration because acceleration is in horizontal sense. Then in horizontal sense, there is only one force left, that is friction. So friction in this case has to be in this direction. Okay. So friction here will be responsible for the acceleration of this block. So F will be equal to mass into acceleration. What will be the value of friction? That is mu into n. So mu is 0.15, and what is the mass of block? That is not given. So m into g, and that is equal to m into a. So acceleration is 1.5. This is correct. ठीक है, स्यूडो फोर्स से भी इसको सॉल्व कर सकते थे। जैसे ये है, ये फ्रेम एक्सेलरेटेड फ्रेम है क्योंकि एक्सेलरेशन है इसके पास। सो इफ यू आर राइटिंग free body diagram of anybody sitting on an accelerated frame, we apply pseudo force. Pseudo force is equal to m into a. Done. And it acts opposite to the direction of acceleration. And if this block is in rest, then this pseudo force would get balanced by some other force. So another is friction. Friction will act in this direction. Friction will be equal to ma. So this is how you can explain. To this question, this is a good question. We have some 1 or 2 minutes. Let's do it and then I will wrap it. Okay. Yes, Naveen, you asked me something, right? I'm just curious where you are getting stuck in that previous question. चलो इस क्वेश्चन को तुम लोग एक काम करो, स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो सो दैट वी कैन डू इट टुमारो। कल के लिए रखते हैं, एक दो क्वेश्चन ही बचा है। वी कैन डू इट इन टुमारोज क्लास, ठीक है, क्योंकि आज टाइम नहीं है डिस्कशन का। बेटर आई विल टेक डाउट्स। Naveen was having some doubt in that question, so I need to explain that, right? I'm really bounded by time here. So what was that question? He is not answering me anything, so I just need to randomly explain. Is he here? Are you here, Naveen? Yes, you are here. ठीक है। So what is the question over in this question? What is the thing in this question? There is a block. ठीक है, they are asked net force on the block. So what are the forces acting on the block? Definitely one force is mg in the downward direction. One force is normal reaction n, and since this block will have tendency to slide downward, it has friction force f acting like this. ठीक है, simply we have to calculate the resultant of n mg f. But rather than adding like this, let's break it. Break कैसे करते हैं मैंने बताया ना। ब्रेक करने के लिए choose two directions, x and y axis. X axis take as the direction in which motion tendency is there. So AC के along motion हो सकता है. So this is the x axis. Another direction will be perpendicular to it. So this is y axis. Now mg को मैंने ब्रेक किया था. So this is here mg sin theta. ठीक है, and this theta is 30 degree and this is here mg cos theta. Since body is not moving perpendicular to the plane, n is equal to mg cos theta. So n mg cos theta से cancel हो गया, and remaining is mg sin theta and friction. So net force will be F minus mg sin theta. Done. And we have calculated F is equal to mg sin theta. So net force 0 आया. That was the thing. Okay. So that is this. I hope you have understood. Next question we will do in the next class. Okay. I'm really running out of time. Another class needs to start. Thank you so much. Everyone, take care of yourself and do solve more number of